Your mind is one of the greatest assets you will ever carry through life. Before people ever see your value outside, you must first see it within yourself. Before your voice can command respect, your mind must first believe it deserves to be heard. Sometimes ago, one of my students approached me in the studio. A lady wanted a biometric passport photograph for embassy processing. The student had already confidently billed her 1,000 naira. In his mind, he had already overcharged her. He came to me and I told him the passport photograph is 10,000 naira. He almost fainted. He looked at me like I had suddenly developed malaria and fever together. He reminded me again that this was not a photo shoot. Oh, yes, I know. It is still 10,000 naira. Guess what happened? He could not even summon the courage to tell the clients the price. Instead, he went back to tell her that we were busy, we would not be able to do it. Because the amount was bigger than his mind capacity. Listen carefully. Many people are not poor because opportunity are unavailable, but because their mind has not grown enough to carry certain realities. Some of you cannot say your actual words out loud without shaking. You reduce yourself before anybody even negotiates with you. The greatest prison many people live inside is not poverty, it is mental limitation. The scripture says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. In simple terms, whatever comes out of your mouth is a reflection of what your mind can carry. There was a time a client asked me for the price of a job and I was afraid to mention the amount. My heart was beating. I was calculating whether to reduce it before talking. I finally summoned courage and mentioned the amount shakingly. The client looked at me and said, "Are you sure that amount will be enough?" Kai, that moment changed something inside me. The same amount I was scared to mention then is an amount I cannot even stand up for today. The job that once looked big to me now looks normal. What changed? My mind. As your mind grows, it starts showing in everything around you. Your confidence changes, your speech changes, your appearance changes, your circle changes, your standard changes. Even the way you sit in a room changes. There are places people enter and immediately start feeling small. Meanwhile, another person enters the same room comfortably. Not because he has more money, but because his mind has expanded enough not to feel intimidated. Many inferiority complexes are simply product of underdeveloped minds. A person who has never handled 10 million naira will naturally panic around people discussing billions. Not because billionaires are supernatural beings, but because exposure has not stretched that person's mind yet. A child raised around fear will fear possibilities. A woman constantly told women cannot lead will unconsciously shrink herself in leadership spaces. A man raised in an environment where everybody struggles financially may start seeing wealth as suspicious. For his mind, every wealthy person does ritual. Your environment feeds your mind before life produces reality. This is why two people can see the same opportunity differently. One sees possibility, another sees danger. One sees investment, another sees risk. Years ago, as a photographer and videographer, our highest wedding package was around 150,000 naira. Mentioning 200,000 naira then felt illegal to me. I used to wonder, who will pay me that kind of amount for wedding coverage? Today, I comfortably discuss package worth millions. What changed? Not just the camera, not just the skill, mind. When your mind grows, your mouth follows. When your exposure increases, your confidence follows. When your value improves, your capacity expands naturally. Do not misunderstand this message though. Mind capacity is not empty motivation. No. You do not wake up one morning and start shouting, "I am now worth 10 million. I want to increase my price." When your output is still looking confused. Confidence without value is noise. Your mind grows through evidence. When I was using Canon 60D camera years ago, I charged very little for photos. Then I upgraded to Canon 6D. My image improved. I increased price. Then I bought studio light. Quality improved. I increased again. Then came mirrorless camera, better lenses, better editing system, fast delivery, stronger branding. Each improvement gave my mind permission to expand. See, there is confidence that comes naturally when you know your value has increased. No be by church or church. Your mind responds to preparation. That is why some people bill high and still deliver calmly, while another person bills small and still feels guilty collecting money. Your mind always knows whether you are truly prepared or just making noise. Some people become bosses before developing leadership mindset. Some people marry before developing emotional maturity. Some people become rich before developing financial discipline. Some people go viral before developing mental stability. And that is why small success destroy them. Mind first. Even in relationship, mind capacity matters. Some relationships fail not because love is absent, but because one mind is growing while another refuses to expand. One person is discussing investment, structure, purpose, growth, and vision. The other one is still arguing over who viewed my WhatsApp status first. Communication becomes difficult when minds operate on different frequencies. You cannot force somebody into a mental level they have never prepared for. If you constantly feed your mind with fear, limitation, frustration, gossip, and negativity, your life will eventually reflect it. Now, everybody's script you know and discuss. Where is the space to think of your business growth? If you feed it with knowledge, exposure, discipline, possibilities, your confidence changes naturally. The kind of content you watch online says a lot about what matters to you. Go volunteer in places above your current level. Enter rooms that stretch your thinking. Listen to people ahead of you. Read books, learn skills, travel if you can. Observe excellence. Exposure expands your capacity. Before I became consistent with content creation, 3,000 views felt massive to me. After consistency, one of my videos crossed 50,000. I was checking my phone every minute like village people had finally located me positively. Then videos crossed 100,000, 200,000, 400,000. Today, if a video struggles around 40,000 views, my mind now see it as a low reach. Same me, what changes? Capacity. The mind adjusts to the level you repeatedly expose it to. That is why you should be slow to criticize people operating above your level. Sometimes you are not seeing foolishness in higher people. You are simply seeing from a smaller mental window. Before you insult someone for buying a car worth hundreds of millions, understand that your judgment is also limited by your own exposure. The same way a child thinks 1,000 naira is a huge money. Growth changes perception. A country cannot rise above average thinking of its people. A business cannot grow beyond the owner's mindset. A marriage cannot consistently rise above the emotional maturity of the couple involved. So stop forcing your way into levels your mind has not prepared for. Build capacity, add value, increase competence, improve delivery, sharpen your exposure, grow internally. Because the life you can sustain tomorrow depends on the size of the mind you build today. Your greatest asset is not your money, beauty, talent, connection, or certificate. It is your mind. Guide it, feed it, stretch it, train it, because once your mind grows, your life eventually follows. If this message had values to you, kindly share so that other people can see it. My name is Beta Adewale Adediran. Ẹ máa rántí pé bá òkú, iṣẹ́ ò tán. See you on the next one.